What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Grayson way.
Hi.
Today is going to be a day that it's going to be really weird for me because I'm going to make a little fun of them when it happens, and hopefully the person that's doing it do some things that I asked her to do, but she may not do that.
She may not do that
because she's very professional. But anyway, I just wanted it to be a little funny, but she's very professional and she probably won't do it. But anyway, today is the day that my wife was telling you guys about. I don't know, I guess last week or the week before that, or
Months
coming up
ago.
to the day. Well, today is the day, and today is she is going to get hypnotized because of her fear of all insects.
Yeah.
I guess rodents too.
I'm not afraid of rodents.
You don't pick when you see them. You tell me to get it.
I don't want to pick up a dead body.
A dead body?
Yeah.
A body as in
a dead mouse. It's a body. It's a body.
It's a rodent to me.
But it has a body.
It's a rodent. Anyway. So that's her plan today, and she's talked to the lady, and I guess my wife can give you guys more insight until we get there. We got maybe a half hour, 35-minute ride there. I don't really know too much about it because she did all the research, and I just said, if you want to do it, by all means, go for it. Try it. I'm skeptical. You know, that's just, I'm skeptical. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm not saying it. I'm just a little skeptical. If it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, well, it didn't work. So, and supposedly this supposed to be one session or 3 sessions.
One.
So supposedly it just gradually takes over after time, but the person that's doing this to my wife, they will give you guys more information, what you will need when we get there, because like I said, I'm a little skeptical. I hope it works for her sake, because it's something she's just tired of being afraid of. So I'm hoping it works for her, but a little skeptical.
How many times you gonna say skeptical? How many? You skeptical. We know.
This is what I have to deal with, y'all.
This is what I have to deal with.
I don't see the problem with you repeating it. I listen to videos and people go crazy with how many times they say stuff. My little 2 or 3 times doesn't seem that bad to me. But she has a very short fuse for me. Don't know. You know, I love her with everything. Nah, I'm just playing. But no, it's she gonna explain more because, like I said, I don't know much, so she's gonna explain.
Basically, I have nothing to explain. I talked to the lady on the phone, and we talked about, you know, what she does, how she does it. She's going to go into more detail while we're there. She basically just asked me a bunch of questions about my fear of bugs, and
can you give them a little insight about that?
She's going to go over all of that when we get there. That's why the session is so long.
I don't think she's going to go through all that, you think?
Yes, she is. We don't know each other. She doesn't know if I'm susceptible to hypnosis. She's going to figure all that out while I'm there.
I thought that was what that half-hour conversation was when I was on the phone.
No, we're just getting comfortable with each other. And she said that people who have a vivid imagination are more likely to be able to be hypnotized, and I do have a very vivid imagination. She also said people who have a strong imagination are more susceptible to fears because of they let their imaginations get the best of them. So it'll be interesting. I have high hopes that it will work. I'm open to it. I am a little nervous, like nervous how you would be.
She just said like twice, y'all.
like how you would be 4 times. How you would be if you went to the doctor, like that type of nervousness. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So on a side note, I had to stop off to get money for this event, and when I was exiting the store, I'm holding the door for this lady. It's 3 ladies, and I'm holding the door for them to walk into the store as I'm walking out, and it's 2 doors, and I hear her with an attitude say to the other lady, I don't know why she's standing in the doorway, just go around and use the other door. Like, I'm inconveniencing her. And I said to her, I'm holding the door for you. And then she immediately changed her attitude. She was like, oh, thank you so much. Like, people are so unaccustomed to politeness that they're just ready to be offended or ready to feel inconvenienced. And I'm just like, lady, I'm holding the door for you. And I didn't say it with an attitude. I just said, I'm holding the door for you. And she was like, oh, okay, thank you so much. Yeah. People, let's just be nice to each other. That's all. I got nothing else to say until we get there, honestly. Like, there's nothing else to talk about.
That's like this. 7 times she said like
8, 9, 10 just now.
But there's a problem when I do 2, 3 times. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, I always want to talk. That's why I have a YouTube channel. I'm always click, and I'm always thinking of stuff. So I was thinking last night. I was like, man, what if this don't work? We gonna get our money back?
No.
I was just, you know what I mean? It was like, man, this blows. Like, I don't, I just don't. Like my wife repeated just a second ago, she does have a vivid imagination. So with that, I am pretty optimistic about that, because she reads books and she gets very vivid with me, and I go, okay. And I think we both have a really good imagination. So with that being said, and that lady actually telling her that, and my wife telling me that's what's giving me a little hope. So and it'll help me out too. It'll help me too, because every single time she sees a spider, whether I am asleep 3-4 hours in, it doesn't matter. She just yelling, waking me up. So it's a little inconvenience, but to make her happy and try not her to be afraid. Like in the beginning, I didn't do well with that as a husband. I would just have an attitude, and sometimes just make her wait until I'm ready to get up and take care of it. But as I got older and started really seeing her face and the fear and all that, I got better with it in time, and that wasn't good on my part. I was just being a bad husband with that. But I did grow and get better with that. So when she does ask and say, can you do it? I do it right away and take care of it and get it out, because, fear is a fear, regardless of what your fear is. Your fear can be, you're making a right on North Main Street.
All right.
What'd I say?
I'm making a right on North Main Street.
What did I just say?
I'm confirming.
What did I just say?
That I'm making a right on North Main Street.
Isn't that what I just said?
I'm confirming it. Say yes or no.
Isn't that what I just said?
I don't know.
Well,
we'll be screwed when we get there.
Yeah, you're gonna do the wrong thing then. So, and fears are a big thing. You got to look at me. I don't know if I will do a hypnotist to change my life on flying. I really don't know if I want to do that, because I just want to be me. I don't want nobody altering my mind or messing. That's the misconception of hypnosis. It doesn't alter your mind. To me, it does. You're messing with something that I have a normal fear of. Maybe it's just me, and you got to conquer your own fear. But I feel as though if I'm gonna conquer my fear, I just want to do it on my own, whether I do it or not. I just want to do it on my own, and I do. If that ever happens, I want to do it on my own. But
there's nothing wrong with seeking help.
You guys, my help can go talk to people that give me some without closing my eyes and hypnotizing me. That's just something I don't want to do. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that.
What's my next step?
I don't want to do that. You're making a right on Linden Street. I don't, I know my left from my right. It's a little joke between me and her, because she messes up on her lefts and her rights. But yeah, whatever your fear is public speaking. Oh man, my wife, that's right, your fear used to be that, right? Public speaking? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's my fear. I've never had to get up and actually talk to people. But I
wouldn't say it was a fear, because I didn't get sweats about it, or... Well,
you don't get sweats when you have a fear. You have a fear is when something is telling you don't want to do it.
I didn't really feel a lot of anxiety either about it, so I was
nervous.
You don't necessarily have...
It's either you're scared or you're nervous?
I was nervous. I didn't have a fear of public speaking. It was just nervous.
Now, if you go up there and you fumbling words and all that, then that's
I fumble my words all the time anyway, though. So
but
it's not.
I mean, it's a different type of nervous, and it's a different type of fear. It's all types of fears.
When I'm having to speak publicly, I enunciate actually more because I slow down.
And are you fumbling?
No.
Are you? No, I wasn't going to say that. Don't worry about that. Let's scratch what I just said there. Are you looking around? Are you tapping your feet?
No, I'm just standing up in front.
Are you? Yeah, that's how you tap your feet, standing up. If you are you tapping your feet? Are you looking all over the place and not looking at the people you're speaking to?
No, I'm making eye contact and looking through the room.
You know, are you trying to figure out the words you want to say as you're speaking, or you already have it all together?
I already have it together because I prepare for it.
Well, then you're
overly
good.
prepare for it.
Well, then you're good
when I have to do it.
So whether you have that, whether you're like me and I don't like airplanes. I don't like being on them.
That's where we got married, right there.
I don't like, okay. And I don't like, there's a lot of things I don't like. So don't be afraid of your fears. Either you're going to conquer them or you're not. It's just what it is with that to me.
And I have another side note. I just saw it when I looked at you sideways and looked at myself. So I hate the baby hair trend.
Do we have to say hate? I mean, that's a pretty strong word.
I can't stand the baby hair trend when people always make their baby hairs and stuff. Well,
that's always been here.
I can't stand it. I can't stand those damn baby hairs.
It's always been here. And why are we calling baby hair anyway? It's just your hair.
I know. That's because it's little hairs.
It's just your hair.
So
who gave it the name baby hair?
I was talking to my niece yesterday, Thursday, and we were talking about the baby hairs because I have baby hairs, but they're natural. I don't do anything to lay these suckers down. It's just my hair. See,
your right
there's nothing
turn
on
is
it.
Coming up.
I try to mush them up and do stuff to them because I am boycotting baby hairs. I rough them up, but then when I go to sleep at night, I'll turn right here.
Right turn on Linden Street.
But then when I wake up in the morning, they're back. Is this my turn? Oh, no.
That's Steinberg.
I can't see because of the sun. It's blinding me. So anyway, I have these baby hairs. Don't look at them and say anything because they're stupid. And I'm fighting against the baby hairs, but they just show up automatically.
I didn't see Linden, but it's telling you you're making a right turn on Trolley Bridge.
Oh, so we must have missed it.
So I guess my wife needs to stop talking and just drive now. Y'all.
Well, that's why I like having the GPS myself.
Well, I told you where to turn. That was your fault, not mine.
Right, but I didn't know how far along it was.
You still need to pay attention to what you're doing.
Trolley Street now?
No, I didn't say Trolley Street. I said Trolley Bridge Road.
Oh, okay. That would have been the same thing. I would have saw a trolley and I'm like, oh, let's go turn. That big ass bird.
Yeah, I have no idea what that. Yeah. Anyway.
Did you see that big bird?
They
bird. Bird's the word. How far along? How far?
It's less than a mile.
Okay.
Trolley Bridge Road.
Got it.
Just drive. Don't talk.
Okay.
You can't do two things at once.
I can.
Well,
I use the GPS all the time when I'm in the car by myself.
You wouldn't have missed a turn. I said two things. So that means you was doing three things at once. So you can't do three things at once.
Where's the third?
Talking, driving. So you was doing two and you messed up. Because you shouldn't have missed Linden.
You missed it too.
How? I told you what to do.
But you didn't tell me when to do it.
So that means you wasn't paying attention.
You didn't tell me when to do it.
But you wasn't paying attention.
You didn't say in 200 feet.
I said Linden. Right. I said Linden Street. I said Linden Street, right turn. Blue Church. They all coming right in front of you. Wasn't paying attention.
How far?
It should be coming right up on the right hand side.
So you're not saying 500 feet?
Do we really? You don't need that. Just look at the roads. They're right there. I told you the right don't work. See? And that's why I drive, y'all. That's why.
He's so full of it.
My blinker don't work. I told her beforehand before she pulled off. I said, I have to get that right blinker fixed. Make sure you stop way before ahead of time so people know what you're doing instead of stopping at the last minute.
I didn't stop. I kept going.
You had to slow down to get into
and the car
turn.
Was way behind me.
It wasn't that far
behind. I got plenty of time.
It wasn't that far behind.
I know how to do this. Well, I know how to drive.
Well, if you did, you wouldn't have missed Linden.
No, if I was holding the GPS myself.
Here.
Thank you.
Into that discussion. Oh, I mean, sorry, y'all. Y'all heard the argument, but I'm gonna leave that on there. I'm not editing any of that.
Good. You know how I feel about editing. It's dumb.
Well, I don't ask you anyway because you don't sit there for hours and make this happen. So
you wouldn't have to sit there for hours.
I don't worry about that. When the day you sit there and make some magic happen, then we can agree on that stuff. But until then,
magic happen every day. All right, my whole life is magical.
I have no
Black girl
idea.
magic. You don't know?
I have no idea why this made the craziest turn. It's supposed to be
she lives in the boonies.
A day that supposed to be. I don't know.
You mean not a literal turn?
I really don't understand where I really don't realize. I don't understand where our relationship be going half the time. It's like we're up here, all of a sudden we fall down here.
I'm not down nowhere. I'm all the way up.
I have no idea what the. I don't know. I gotta go to the bathroom, yo.
Are you nervous about my?
It's not happening to
hypnotism?
me. It's not happening to me. As long as she don't do anything to you. As far as
911 on speed dial.
Other than that, I have no concern, no worries. As long as she ain't trying to be all giving you some bird talking about, say a word or a little click and you give all the information to get your money or something. We ain't doing none of that. But yeah, even though I'll be recording this, I'll definitely be close watching.
Close on watching.
Yeah, y'all. We try to keep it. We try to give you guys a lot of our lives. Not everything, obviously, because that's just But I definitely wanted to record this day. I even told Dawn, find somebody that will let me do it. You know what I mean? I wanted to record it. I wanted to see it. You never know. My wife probably want to see it 3 months from now and just see what it looks like. Maybe. I paused because that was a huge pothole.
You thought I was going to hit it? I told you, I got this. You are the one who loves smashing potholes. You. That's your life.
Okay.
Not my life.
All right.
I'm not about that life.
All right. She brought that up because my first day going to work, I hit a pothole and it gave me a flat.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh. So what was you talking about?
Just in general.
Just in general?
Yes. And it's only when you drove my car. So reckless with my car. He drives my car and I'm just like, bam! Bam! She's like, oh my God, he's going to hit all the potholes.
That's what you be thinking I'd be driving your car?
I mean, I know you're not doing it on purpose, but yes, that's what I think. Yes.
All right, y'all. We are almost there. And we're going to stop this running video at this point, and then I'll start back up once we get there. So if anybody is at her house or something like that, I probably won't show that because I don't want to invade anyone's privacy. So when she actually starts talking and they start getting into the conversation that we all want to hear and see what happens, that's when I'll start rolling. But if anyone's there, I don't. That's their privacy. I'm just not going to be rolling. I don't want to be rude. So that's what's going to take place, and you'll see us in the next clip.
And so in my experience with it, what I find with the past life information, if we as living now in this lifetime, let's say you have a young child who at the age of 2 starts with this horrible fear, and nobody knows where it came from, or by the same token, they have a real gift, okay? And they start doing all this stuff like, well, how did that happen? Nobody in our family ever did that before. It could very well be what we call a bleed through from a past life.
Interesting. Okay.
So how I use this, and I check it energetically, you may want to check, there's something called the Akashic Records.
Okay.
Now, do you want to take notes of anything?
No, since he's recording it, I'll be able to go back in for myself.
Excuse me. Okay. So anyway, it's called the Akashic Records. That's spelled A-K-A-S-H-I-C Records.
Okay.
That's out in the ethers. And this is every thought, word, and deed from beginning of creation throughout the universe. It is housed somewhere, almost like on library shelves.
Okay.
So for each lifetime that each of us as individuals have had, we have our own particular spot.
Okay.
Energetically, I'm also a medical intuitive, so I've been trained to go into what's called the seed thought, or the initiating, instance of something.
Yeah.
And that goes into quantum energy.
Okay.
So I know you wouldn't think, looking at me, that I have to study quantum energy.
Hey, I make no assumptions.
That's good.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then using my intuition and through my training, and I also believe that we have angelic assistance.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in the spiritual realm,
Mm-hmm.
and so I believe that at times I get assistance or information from my guides and from my from angels and things like that.
Yeah.
So I will come up with this information, and then if it resonates with you, fine. If it doesn't, that's okay too. So what I do is I'm able to go in between the lines, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
Hypnosis is great. If someone has an issue and I'm energetically saying, yes, this has been a pattern for you in X number of lifetimes out of so many total lifetimes here on Earth, that's very interesting in that. Did you ever do any reading about reincarnation?
No.
Okay. Well, I've done a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And what I seem to find time and time again is we as souls decide to come here to further our spiritual growth.
Mm-hmm.
Living on planet Earth is probably one of the toughest schools, to be in. So consequently, let's say you had a particular issue in 10 lifetimes, and you almost beat it, but then the last lifetime, that's exactly how you died. So if you were killed suddenly and you had a fear of knives, for example, and then as a child, I'm just using a weird example.
I have a story about that. That's why I'll tell you.
Okay. It's really weird because my guides will tell me what instances to use, and then my clients looking at me, well, wouldn't you know it? This is kind of, it resonates. Mm-hmm. So anyway, they're telling me use the one about knives. But what that means is then that child might have really an adverse reaction to knives, and there's no explaining it, and it gets even worse. I often get clients coming to me who the doctors don't know what to do with them anymore, and there's an emotional / physical issue going on.
Right.
And I check their past lives, and once you know it, there's usually some kind of connection with a pattern. So frequently, if you read any books about reincarnation, the idea is we hope through the soul growth to go forward. So consequently, we may deliberately choose to experience situations so that we can overcome them and be successful in dealing with the challenge. So that's why I said, if that's part of your belief system, I can check that. I don't need to.
I would like to.
Okay.
I've always been, at one point in my life, I believed in reincarnation, and then as I started reading the Bible more and things like that, I just totally wrote it off. But at the same time, as I've gotten older still, I have decided that, there's not one path in life. And there are lots of belief systems. I have friends who are Hindu, who believe in many gods. I have, friends of all different faiths or no faith. And there are many paths. So I have stopped with the absolutely not part of my brain that says absolutely not to perhaps yes.
That's right.
So I am open to
I like working with people who are open.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay. So what was your given name at birth?
Dawn Renee Bryant.
You have had a total of 135 lifetimes here on Earth. Maybe other places. I only check here on Earth.
Okay.
And I'm going to just be short and sweet with it. So out of that lifetime, your intense sphere of, is it all insects? Or?
Yes. Even butterflies and ladybugs.
Interesting. Okay. So you've had that intense sphere. 95 lifetimes. So look at that. That's pretty significant. So right away, you in your DNA and in your cellular memory, that's set up. Now, there is a technique I can do. We can do it with hypnosis, and it also. Do you have a good imagination?
I do.
Okay. What kind of work do you do?
I'm an underwriter for an insurance company.
Oh. Sometimes
not very imaginative.
Well, you have to do creative writing. I know. Whenever I would do my documentation and work, for patients, I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to find something they really did well on. I guess it's creative writing, and I embellish any small steps. So, okay. So there is a way that we can work with that. So if you want to work on that particular aspect, is one of the suggestions for hypnosis today, we can do that.
Okay.
Are you open to that?
I am.
Okay, let me write that down. That's what I said. You're welcome to take notes if you want to.
You're recording, right? Okay.
That's why I had to go out and get, because I may need another battery and an SD card.
Okay.
Okay, so 95 is pretty significant. And one of the lifetimes, they were showing me, and maybe you've seen some adventure movies, where they actually have those fire ants. You were actually buried in sand for one of those. And so that was your demise as a male. So they're pretty significant. They were used as torture in various lifetimes. So no wonder,
That's interesting.
you keep coming back to deal with this.
Yeah. Wow.
I also see, I know it sounds weird, I also see orbs.
And what is that?
I don't get cable TV, which shouldn't surprise you.
We don't have cable either.
Okay. Did you ever watch those ghost hunting movie?
I know what you're talking
where
about.
the little circles, like it looks like a flashlight circle. There was a blue one that just blinked to the left of you. Those are spirits. Nothing bad.
I'm not. I see spirits all the time.
Okay, great. They're here to help you. And I have learned that when I just say something, I can tell this is going to bother me today. Let this air, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
When I see the orbs, they're only validating what I just said.
Okay.
So the whole thing about dying multiple lifetimes,
Yeah.
it could happen. Okay. So we will work on that as probably your first suggestion.
Okay.
I prefer to stick with 3 if possible.
Okay.
So how should we, I also need your help in crafting that and coming up with how you would like to be. So one of the ways we can do it is we can remove any cellular memory from any past lives which were connected with negative experience with insects.
Okay.
And that is gone forever.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes. Because I love being outside. I always say I want to go camping. He's like, how can we go camping when you can't even have a fly or a bee buzz by? So, I love being outside. I love being barefoot outside. I just love nature. So to have that fear has been very crippling, at least this last year.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me read this to you, Dawn.
Okay.
We remove any past life experience which is held in your cellular memory regarding your intense fear of insects, now and forever.
I like it.
I actually do something called emotional cord cutting, which is like a ritual, but since we're working with just the hypnosis, I'll kind of do it this way.
Okay.
Okay, and let's see. Okay. Do I have your permission, your age?
Yes.
44. Okay. Do I have your permission? The other thing I can do energetically is just energetically tap into earlier time periods in your life and check when you might have started with this intense fear.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Something happened to you between the ages of 8 and 9. Do you remember that?
No.
Well, we don't have to bring that up per se.
Okay.
What we can do is, your body does remember. So there are advantages to not deliberately digging that up.
Mm-hmm.
Then we don't, I mean, we can just work on it energetically and in your subconscious, and then that will take care of it. I'm just telling you, you had a negative experience then. Usually anybody who has any kind of fear, it frequently happened before the age of 10.
Mm.
So that's not unusual that you're
Yeah.
living with this. Has it gotten worse for you as you've gotten older?
Yes.
Okay. I'd say it really escalated in the past year. Before that, I've been afraid. If I see something in the house, crickets get in a lot. My husband, I'll wake him up in the middle of the night. He'll come kill it. That's the end of it. But, this year we've had those swarming lantern flies.
Oh, yeah, they've been horrible.
Yeah, and they've been getting on me, like.
They're persistent, aren't
yes,
they?
and they're getting in my car, getting on me while I'm driving. Like, it has really escalated. It was to the point where I didn't go outside for 5 days this summer. And then my husband was like, let's go, get dressed, you're going outside. Because I need to be outside. I love outside.
You guys are also showing me an image. If you read the Bible, do you remember when when the locusts hit Egypt because the Pharaoh didn't want to let the Hebrews go? You lived during that time period, and there were locusts all over the place. Plus, you also were a settler, like out in the Midwest. There were times when they had hordes of all these insects coming. So grasshoppers ate the crops and things like that. So you have lived multiple times where it actually caused your demise. It either directly killed you or it affected your food source to the point where your quality of life was horrible. Not to mention the disease-bearing insects. So if you look at 95 out of 135, that's pretty interesting.
It is.
Okay, so that's in your cellular memory too. Isn't it interesting that I can go in and check this? I love it. It's so cool. Okay, I did some research regarding your issue, and you're not the only one, and I know you know that. If you had to describe the feelings triggered by your by bugs, how would you describe that?
Extreme nervousness.
Where to start? What part of your body?
My head. Like, I'd say that, I can't think straight. It's like cloudy. I can't think straight. Heart's racing, sweating, pacing back and forth, like mumbling to myself. Like, like the last time I saw something, there was a beetle in our house. And I was getting ready for work, brushing my teeth, walked out of the bathroom, and it was right outside the bathroom door. And then all of a sudden I was just like, no, slam the door. And then start screaming for my husband.
Well, the other thing, see, I'm getting a lot, you guys are really working with me today. So the other thing, when I said you went through a lot of insect plagues, I see you as a woman trying to protect your young kids, and these hordes of whatever insects they were are all over your house, beating against the windows, coming in underneath the door and everything else. And this has happened to you multiple times too. Makes total sense when you're even finding stuff in the house if you've had that life experience. So as you say this, they're like, yeah, that happened to her too.
Yeah.
So guess what? We can work with that. Isn't that cool? Okay. So it's mostly in your head. Although you said the racing heart.
Yeah.